I'm not paying blinds twice. You want to pay my blind? I'll give you the button.
All right, it's on 8.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You pay my blind or no?
Matt Z continuing to crush the game.
It's hard.
No.
You pay my blind.
I gave you $600. You won the money that end.
Your collection 800.
All right, no more flips. No more flips.
It's for the whole night.
How much is collection?
129.
Jeez, you guys are getting expensive over here. Let me get $5 or $4 for it.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
You should be paying my blind.
Cards in the box, even if you fold.
Hey?
Yeah. Even if you fold, you have to put the.
Someone min
I thought I
raise?
did.
Yeah. 200.
That's weird. I'm gonna pot it.
Matt with the min raise to 200 with ace queen 6-2 double suited.
750.
And Matt Z, who is running quite hot, is going to 3-bet
Pot, sir.
for the pot with king jack jack 10, king high hearts. And VJ looks down in a good looking hand, ace king queen 9 3 hearts. And it looks like he's cutting out a 4-bet. It's a cold 4-bet with him, with VJ, ace king queen.
What do you have behind?
I've got 12,000.
1500. Behind.
I got 12,000.
Nobody asked you.
You repot? All right.
How much you got?
And wow, imagine you're sitting in Kobe's seat in the straddle.
This was a solid open.
You see a EP open, a 3-bet from the small blind, a cold 4-bet from the big blind. And you think, well, I can't possibly look down at good cards after all this action. They've got all the good cards. And instead you look down at double suited ace 10 9. And you get to just 5-bet all in. I'd say that's the stuff dreams are made of, but in PLO,
Wow. All right, let's gamble.
you're never that big of a favorite.
Let's
This
go.
is a
I'm
flip
all
hand,
in.
right, guys?
Twice?
He has 46%
Go twice.
4-ways and 47% 3-ways. So about as good of a situation as you can ask for with a pre-flop all in here.
We have over a lot of money.
Yeah,
for the
look at
short
this,
back.
46% 4-ways for Kobe. What a price on his money.
I have 12,000.
Puts in 1 to win 4. Or to win 3, I suppose.
All right, 2 full boards, gentlemen.
Everyone goes twice?
Yeah.
Basically flipping to do so. VJ in by far the worst shape here with 11%.
Anyone have hearts?
Matt Z and Matt each with 21 and 22%.
Yeah, twice.
I think I had 4 hearts in my hand.
You'll have to have heart.
4.
King 5-3.
Give me a heart. Give me a heart.
5 of hearts
I
on the
have king
turn brings some flush draws for players, but instead, it's a brick on the river and aces, just aces hold on the first board. So Kobe's going to scoop the first half.
I have jacks.
And aces hold on the second board. Aces, just aces, plays on both boards to scoop this entire pot. $27,000 pot. Kobe, who looked down at those double suited aces, facing an open, a 3-bet, and a 4-bet, ends up scooping this pot on 2 board runouts with just aces.
What did you have? I had 12 hearts.
Holy cow.
We gotta buy more chips.
How much does he have?
5, 6, 7.
Shit, man. I go in my backpack again.
Where's your backpack?
Bradley Rubin says, Dan, what bankroll would you need to comfortably play at these stakes?
Sure.
Comfortably. Given the straddles that are happening, so they've been straddling to as much as 400. Somewhere between 600K and $1 million, probably, would be what I would consider a comfortable bankroll for this game.
Wow.
Those straddles are
Fell through
big
in my hand.
and are going to create some huge swings long term in a game like this.
If you had like king, queen,
sure somebody is gonna comment on this.
Does that?
Doug Pot.
Grumpy Toker 1980. What is this game called?
The
This
hand
game is
before
called
and this one,
Pot
for
Limit
sure.
Omaha.
How much are you playing?
Well, 4,700 now.
I'm paying 300. No, I'm paying 6,000 now.
Raise here from Bryce with Ace King 6-5 double suited.
Hot.
And Bryce's raise gets called by Matt Z with 4-4-3-2 no suits. Very bad hands there. Call from Kobe with Queen Jack 9-8 with a suit. And Taylor looks down at Rainbow Aces and goes ahead and pots them.
Just 5. Just 5, yeah. So that,
So here we can see an example of a distribution of 4 hands where Aces has less than its share. You can see it's at 20% 4 ways. The thing about this is it's a Rainbow Aces, and this is about as bad as your situation will get. Whereas last hand we saw a hand that put it in had 11% 4 ways. And so, yes, it can sometimes, against the exact cards that you're up against, you can be getting in slightly behind with aces, but it's not common for that to happen, and even when it does happen, it's not a big deal, and you could be in very good shape against some distributions of cards that you're up against. And so, aces is just a hand that if you can get in pre-flop, you generally want to.
All right, VJ, let's see it.
Going in, Kobe. Water's warm. I need you to call. I'm praying everyone calls so I got the red on.
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
And now against this distribution of cards, we can see Taylor back up to 25%.
I got 35 behind.
Yeah, I don't have much, so.
All right, let's go.
You probably check, I'm probably just, go all in here maybe.
Check dark, Kobe.
4 players.
92.50 in the middle, 10-8-4, 2 diamonds.
I'm all into.
Gut shot on the flush draw for Bryce, who moves all in.
Should be an easy fold, but I came this far.
I folded by
And
far
a
the best.
wrap for Kobe.
I need the ace, diamond. What do you guys want to do? Once or
I folded a set.
What?
I folded a set of 4s.
And
I folded a
Matt Z actually folded a set, even though he called the initial raise. He folded to the 3-bet with a 4-4-3-2 rainbow.
Oh, I
Would have had the best hand for now,
I had quads. You can
and he
see
would have
it on
made
the-
quads. Instead, VJ, who flopped top 2 and sticks it in on the flop, wins the first run out. And the second run out, Taylor turns a set of aces, and that's going to hold. None of the draws come in on the river. And so on the first board, we're going to get VJ winning with 8s full of 10s. And on the second board, we're going to get Taylor winning with aces, trip aces. And so we're going to get a chop between VJ and Taylor in this $20,000 pot, while Bryce and Kobe are each going to get, well, Bryce is going to get stacked, and Kobe is going to lose the maximum, as he does cover all the other players in this table, in this hand.
1,
I folded 4s.
15.
Games where you have to think instead of games where you just memorize a strategy
This shit 22 push.
are
What is this?
actually worth your time, whereas games where you're just regurgitating
Way worse.
something you've memorized is not very fun at all. It feels like a waste of your time.
Better player edge.
No, that's not.
$3 donation from Twin Guns LLP Dice says, "Hey Dan, thoughts on the beat Bryce took at the 50K?" We mentioned this at the start of this cast, but Bryce took a really brutal beat at the final table of the $50,000 Poker Players Championship at the World Series this year, where he was over 99% to win his all-in hand and ended up losing. I thought it was pretty brutal. I actually ran into him right after it happened, and he was in decent spirits, so at least he was able to take it. We have a 4-way single raise pot here, and Matt is going to lead out for pot on 9-5-3-2 hearts. Matt has a wrap and a backdoor 6-high flush draw.
Right now.
VJ flops a double gutter and a 6-high flush draw, along with a pair. And Kobe flopped bottom set and is going to raise it up with his set. Boris lets his hand go. Matt immediately calling with his wrap and low wrap, it should be noted. Some of his straight draws could be poisoned. And backdoor 6-high flush draw. We'll see what VJ decides to do now with his 6-high flush draw and double gutter, double gutter. And he lets it go. And so we're isolated down to a wrap versus set. And we can see it's about a coin flip here. 7,300 in the middle, 12,400 left to play in these stacks. And the 7 of diamonds hits the turn. Gin for Matt. He turns his flush draw and his straight.
7,300.
The flush draw won't matter,
Put it in, run it twice, you know?
as Kobe will need the board to pair in order to win this hand.
73. We're just holding it for a while.
I don't have a specific plan right now, but I'm not.
In Kobe's shoes,
Just wait.
when you raise the flop and
I'm
represent
gonna go twice.
I think I'll try for
that set, you often will have a set in these spots. And so when your opponent leads into you for pot,
I only have 3,000 more.
the hands that you typically want to find some bluff catches with, you want to unblock your opponent's bluffs. Your opponent's bluffs here would be things like a heart draw that peeled the flop and missed, but see the scary straight card got there on the turn. And so having no hearts in your hand, and especially no diamonds in your hand either, makes calling here a little bit better for Kobe. And he actually jams it in, wanting to make sure that if Matt was bluffing him, he wants Matt to lose the maximum and not be able to miss his draws on the river and then just check fold. Instead, Matt does have what he's representing. Kobe rips it in, Matt calls, they run it twice, the board does not pair on either run out, and a $29,600 pot headed Matt's way. Back-to-back big pots for Matt here at the hands of Kobe, and Kobe not running very well at all against Matt, who has won quite a bit in the last 10 minutes and has been swinging very heavily all day, has probably been involved in 9 of the 10 biggest pots so far tonight.
My wife? You call my wife? Hey, baby,
Baby,
we're winning.
your husband's playing really bad.